नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ौज़ बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि शरह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बि यस्सिर वला तुअस्सिर व तम्मिम बिल खैर रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा आमीन या रब्बिल आलमीन। अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
In Arabic class, today we have the part of Asmaul Mawsula because one of the part we learned yesterday or in our previous class. So again Asmaul Mawsula with another part, and we have the list man, ma, ayun, ayatun, zu, za, alif lam, al. These are the 5 words are used for Asmaul Mawsula. So in Arabic, man, from the 5 we take man, one of the 5. In Arabic, man is used for the meaning who or whoever in English. So look at the example how it is used. Najaha manij tahada wa manij tahadat wa manij tahada wa manij tahadu wa manij tahadna. So manij tahada, manij tahadat, manij tahada, manij tahadu, manij tahadna. These are the some examples from where many of the things we derive. You see the translation in English: successful is he who works hard. The single mudhakkar male one. He who works hard. Wamanij tahadat, and she who works hard. Muannas, female singular. And those two who work hard. Wamanij tahada. And those all who work hard. Wamanij tahadu. And those ladies, female, who work hard. Wamanij tahadna. From this example, many of the things we derive. One rule for man, or one concept, that this man is used for all cases. Single man is used for all cases. You may see for masculine, for feminine. You may count it in number: singular, dual, plural. So in all these things, only one single man is used. One another thing, that the concept mostly, especially, almost, this man is used for human beings. Akil, zul akul. But sometimes it may be used with ghair akil, non-human beings, or non-intellectual, intelligent being. In this connection, 2 more examples from the Holy Quran. Illa man taba wa amana. except he who repents and believes. Except he who repents and believes. Illa man taba wa amana. And this is the part of ayah. Man la yastajibu lahu. Man la yastajibu lahu. This is for ghair akil. So, who will not respond to him? Who will not respond to him? In this connection, you will find that man is mostly used for human beings, for intelligent beings, and it may be used for non-intelligent beings, non-human beings. And another most significant, that man is used for all genders, whether male or female. Man is used with all numbers, whether mufrad, musanna or jama, singular, dual or plural. In this connection, this is the use of man, and the further usage of this man later on in coming classes we'll learn. So now come to the next point, ma. Yes, these are the examples of ma. After man, the examples were the ma. Basically, in Arabic, pronominal ma al-mawsula is a relative pronoun, a type of noun, because you see relative pronoun in English, but all pronouns in Arabic are the nouns. So a type of noun used for inanimate objects. Man is used for animate, while ma is used for inanimate objects. It is translated as that, what, which, as a conjunctive noun, that, what, which in English. So this is the translation, this is the meaning of ma. Examples are here. Nasitu ma qultali. Nasitu ma qultali. I forgot what you told me. Ikra ma katabtuhu. Read what I wrote. Ashrabu ma tashrabina. Ashrabu ma tashrabu. Means I'll drink what you drink. In plural or even for one. Ashrabu ma tashrabu. Ashrabu ma tashrabina. So, another example, ittabi'u ma uhiya ilayka. Follow that which has been revealed to you. And one most common example from the Holy Quran, La a'budu ma ta'buduna. I don't worship. La a'budu. A'budu, na'budu, you have studied. A'budu, I don't worship. Ma ta'buduna, what you worship. So these are the examples, and again this is the word ma, which is used for all genders and numbers or even cases. So this is for ghair akil, but it may be used with akil. So this is the example, these are the example with ma, and now we have to take another. So let's go towards the next one. The next point is ayun, ayatun. Ayun and ayatun can be mabni, indeclinable, unchangeable. There's no changing in mabni, you know. So with the condition, on some condition, that its sila should be such a nominal sentence, jumla ismiya, whose mubtada is dropped. So it is mabni with some condition, not in all cases. Ayun and ayatun. Ayatun is rarely used. However, ayun and ayatun are the same words. Ayun mudhakkar and ayatun muannas. So ayun means the single word is normally mu'arab, not mabni. But on some condition, with some condition, it changes into mabni. And the condition is this, that it's sila. Sila means the part of our sentence. Allazi, you know all asmaul mausula means allazi, allazani, allazaini, allazina, allati, allatani, allataina, allati, allah, allahi, allawati, and man, ma, ayun, ayatun, zuza, al, whatever the asm mausula is. Whatever the ism mausula is, it is nothing without sila. It will be the part of a sentence when there is sila. If there is no sila, it will no contribute. It will not be the part of a sentence because it cannot manage the meaning. It will not give the meaning. So sila is very essential and important in asmaul mausula. In this connection, ayun and ayatun is the word which there with the condition becomes mabni, and the condition is this, that sila should be such a nominal sentence, jumla ismiya, whose mubtada is dropped. Like la tadiruna ayyuhum akrabu lakum naf'an. Now ayyu, here ayyu is mabni, no changing here. Ayyuhum mudaf bila zamir, ayyuhum, there's no changing. But akrabu is information khabar of mubtada, which is dropped. The mubtada is dropped here. The mubtada is dropped. So in this connection, this becomes mabni. Otherwise, it is mu'arab, not mabni. See the following examples. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلِبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ. Here, ayya mansub. The word ayya is mansub and mu'arab. You know, the word is basically ayun, that goes into ayya, means becomes mansub, nasaba is there, so it is mu'arab. Ayun is always mu'arab. In this connection, another example, aslamu, greet. Aslamu ala ayyi hum afdalu. Ayye, here's the preposition jar, ala, and you know it changes, it gives kasra to the noun, to the word. So in this connection here ayye becomes in maksur. Why? With ala it becomes maksur, but basically this is mu'arab. It changes its position, you know, it changes its position. So aslamu ala ayyihum afdalu, greet whichever is better. So in this connection, let's go to the next point. Yes, in this next example, zu or za, in the language or usage of Bani Tai, zu means alladhi. Zu means or za means alladhi. This was the tribe Bani Tai. Bani Tai, in the language, in the usage, they used allazi for zu and za for allazi. Here ja'ani zu zarabaka. Ja'ani zu zarabaka means ja'ani, he came. He came. Who punished you, or who beated you. So in this connection, ja'ani zu zarabaka, zu is changed into allazi. Ja'ani allazi zarabaka. Ja'ani allazi zarabaka. He came who punished you, who beated you. In this connection, here and za, which means which comes after interrogative istifham, question, ma. So it is also ismu mawsula. Za is also ismu mawsula. Zu is also ismu mawsula. Now see the example here. Maza sana'atu. Maza sana'atu means, what is that? What is that? What you did, which you did. So za here again is used for allazi. Mallazi sana'ata. Mallazi sana'ata. What is that? What you did. So these two of the words zu and za are the same. And zu and za for the tribe Bani Tai, they used in place of allazi. So come to the next topic. Yes, in this last example, alif lam which is on ismul file and ismul file doer of an action, ismul file, and on ismul maf'ul, object of an action, are in the meaning of allazi. Means this al is in the meaning of allazi. This alif lam, when is given to any ismul file, ismul maf'ul, they become in the sense of allazi. And when it becomes the meaning of allazi, no doubt it is ismul maf'ul, ismul mawsula. So the ismul file and ismul maf'ul having prefix al are also ismul mawsula with the only al. When we add this prefix in the starting in ismul file, in ismul maf'ul, it gives the concept, it gives the sense, it becomes ismul mawsul. But question arises, when it becomes al itself, al to be the concept of allazi, ism mawsula, then there should be sila, because without sila, without sila there is no any mawsula. Without sila there is no any concept of meaning. It cannot be the part of, it cannot be the element of a sentence without sila. Sila is very essential for it. In this connection, the sila of al is ismul file and ismul mawsula themselves. Ismul maf'ul, not mawsula but maf'ul. File and maf'ul. Ismul file and ismul maf'ul has al is allazi, ismul mawsul, and the verb noun, and the noun becomes sila. So let's see in the examples how they are made sila and mawsul. Come to the examples. Yes, so look at these examples. In this way, ismul fa'il is in the meaning of mazi maruf, past active voice, and muzari maruf, present and future active voice. As al-daribu. Al-daribu, this is ismul fa'il, doer of an action, teacher, just like this. So, doer of an action, al-daribu, means allazi daraba for past and allazi yadribu for present or future, muzari. So, this is the example of active voice and this is the example of ismul fa'il. If the same, if we say for ismul maf'ul, then like the same, ismul maf'ul is in the meaning of mazi majhul. Ismul fa'il for maruf, active, and ismul maf'ul for majhul, passive. So mazi majhul passive voice and muzari majhul present or future passive voice. And example is here al mudrubu. Al mudrubu means allazi dureba. Allazi dureba or allazi yudrabu. Allazi yudrabu is for mudari and allazi dureba for past, and it is in passive concept. Al mudrubu is ismul maf'ul and al daribu is ismul fa'il. So this is the concept where al gives the sense of mawsul, ismul mawsul. In this connection, the last part of asmaul mawsula here we completed. Inshallah, with the next topic we'll start the next class. Today we end our class here. Jazakallahu khaira.